Hello, Snack Shack here. And the reason being is because I had a little, I guess, jam session in my car about freedom. Quite literally, freedom. More importantly, freedom here in the United States. I want to start by reading the Bill of Rights, which I'm looking at the Bill of Rights Institute on the website, I guess. I don't know how to cite this just talking about it, but I'll just start with the First Amendment. First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably, I was going to say peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Amendment 2. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Amendment 3. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. Damn, they really did that back then? Anyways, Amendment number 4. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Number 5, Amendment number 5. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offenses to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. Amendment number 6. In all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. Number 7, Amendment number 7. In suits at common law, where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, that shit should change. The right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law. Amendment number 8. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. God damn. The Amendment number 9. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. And lastly, Amendment number 10. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. And those are the Bill of Rights for the American Constitution. These are the First Amendments for the actual Constitution. And so now I am going to read a summary of what all I just read. And I found this on Pinterest. Uh, I guess relating to the Bill of Rights. It's just Bill of Rights summary. Amendment number 1. Summary of it. The U.S. citizens have freedom of religion, speech, press, and assembly, and petition. Amendment number 2. United States citizens have the right to keep and bear arms or own guns. They left out a well-organized, not just a bunch of people with guns, a well-organized militia. The government may not force U.S. citizens to shelter soldiers in their homes, especially not in non-war times, especially in peaceful times. They cannot be in your homes. The U.S. citizens are protected. Number 4. Amendment number 4. U.S. citizens are protected from unreasonable searches of a person's property. I'm going to assume that means they kind of bend that one. They say, well, not unreasonable. They will not be searched or sieged. I'm going to assume they were very specific in that one, saying you can't go into anyone's home without a warrant. I'm going to assume improbable cause. They left out a good word that's needed. Anyways, amendment number 5. The government may not force U.S. citizens to testify against themselves or incriminate themselves, I'd like to say. Amendment number 6. U.S. citizens have the right to a fair and speedy trial. The U.S. citizens have the right to a trial by jury. The U.S. citizens are protected from cruel and unusual punishment. Does that include local law enforcement? Does that include law enforcement? Because being murdered on the streets with a knee to the neck. Anyways, amendment number 9. U.S. citizens may have rights that are not listed in the Constitution. And otherwise, they have rights against their own Constitution. Anyways, amendment number 10. Powers not given to the federal government by the U.S. Constitution belong to the state or to the people. I particularly like that one because it has more to do with privatization of our government. How is these privatization corporate companies, projects, or whatever have more power and right than the actual people do? That goes along with, I think they should add to the Bill of Rights and say they have a right to vote. Period. No amendment, no bill, no nothing can change that. That should supposed to be there with the amendments. I think we should either add that to a right to when you have a right to a trial by jury, it should say, and also a right to vote. Because if you're going to be persecuted for a crime, you should at least be a United States citizen. And your right to vote protected. Just like your right to free speech, religion, and press and assembly. And to petition. Also, considering technically our entire Constitution is technically a complaint, why is it so difficult for people to complain about stuff that's going wrong? For example, I happened to incur a couple of situations and altercations that had something to do with my right to religion. The people here in this particular county and region and city are pretty much obsessed with religion. A lot of the things that they do and a lot of the things that they put other people through is because of religion. Now that I've read it and completely digested, my rights were infringed upon. I'm being abused by other American citizens that have their right to religion within my own home. They're literally trying to force me into their own religion. I haven't forced them to not believe in their religion, but they're forcing me to believe in theirs. Theirs has literally failed me. Everything I've seen recently within the news in the past 10 years, even throughout all of Black Lives Matters and all throughout the movements that have been happening, the women's movement, the hashtag Me Too, The rights have been infringed upon. Why would I continue supporting religious groups and or leaders that do not support the people's right to religion? Hell, or just right to live? I need to get this off my chest because I feel like people have this psychotic ability and knee-jerk reaction when someone thinks differently than them. Actually, when they think different, I want to be different. I don't want to be you. I don't want to be like you. I want to be me. It's more comfortable that way. I don't have a problem with you being you, but please stop trying to turn me into you. Your constriction and affliction is causing me conflict. I don't want to be you. I don't even want to be like you. And for the matter that I have to say, freedom of religion in America, it's literally become a mantra of mine. That if someone forgot, and by me reading this, and they're like, oh, that's right, they should never make friends. I don't want anyone remotely close to that being a friend of mine. If you have to be reminded that another person have a right to do what the fuck they want, perhaps you're not a very good friend. And more importantly, you're too stupid to have a friend that will allow you to infringe your goddamn religion on them. I don't have to worship the same way you do. I have a right to not do it. This is not a dictatorship. This is a democracy. We have Bill of Rights. And in those Bill of Rights, a citizen has a right to every single one of them. I can't believe that we're still here in 2021, where they're literally trying to get rid of everything that was established to protect the people. They're working harder to protect pedophiles and rapists and fucking murderers and thieves and fucking greedy fucking corporations than they are the very simple concept of a country. The people. I should be allowed to worship a fucking blanket if I want. Or a fucking bead of jewelry. Who cares what I'm worshiping? It has nothing to do with you. Your salvation is none of my business. Your religion too. So it's making me upset that people keep thinking that their religion is going to save me. It's like, I don't want your religion. Your religion is toxic. Your religion forces you to think things about me that are not true. You don't even know me. Most of these people have never met me in real life. Never, hello, nice to meet you. And nor have they helped me at all during this pandemic. You know who did help me? My union members, my union co-workers, my union. You know who sets up the union? The fucking people. So I say that to say this. If you're too fucking stupid to do your own goddamn homework, how the hell is it you to pass any kind of fucking judgment on anyone? I would like my rights respected. You stay where the fuck you is, and I'll stay where the fuck I am. You stay in your lane, I'll stay in mine. I'm not trying to change you or make you do anything. I do, however, like to share what's on my mind. It's not really an opinion. It's actually what I believe, what I like to think, have floating around my head like a free thinker. And that's another thing I don't really like about religion. They don't want people to question anything. They take them as their word. And most of them don't even read from the damn Bible. I myself would prefer to pick that shit apart. As if I'm a surgeon. Okay, dissect this and dissect that. Because these words are extremely old. And it's very easy for zealots to misconstrue them. And for stupid people to believe them. I'm incredibly insulted that the past month, me, my family, my kids have been going through garbage for religious zealots that don't allow me my fucking freedoms. And I'm tired of fighting to protect them when my government and my goddamn Bill of Rights already do. And with that, I'd like to end this with freedom of religion. In America, freedom of religion.